You are now in tune to another chiller production.
I remember when I was hungry. I remember when I had nothing. Shout out to the ones held it down for me. Them the ones eat with me when I'm hungry. Fuck all the people that doubted me. Fuck all the people that changed up. I ain't got shit for y'all niggas except my 2 middle fingers.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Splendid Gamer EGW, back today with another episode of Let's Talk Boruto. Today we are talking about chapter 72 and speculative theories going forward, because like I said, man, this series is getting very unpredictable, and I mean, from what we got in this latest chapter, we can try to predict some junk, but it's like we really don't know what's gonna happen until we see it. So the chapter starts off with Kawaki and Shikamaru and Naruto inside the office, and Shikamaru is pretty much asking Kawaki, like, does he know anything about the karma that Amato gave him? And pretty much, you know, Kawaki's just like, he doesn't know nothing about it. But at the same time, Kawaki starts being a freaking bonehead. Like, he starts getting like super cocky and super arrogant, like talking, like he called Shikamaru Shika, bruh. And like, you're not that guy. Like, you just came to the Leaf Village not even a year ago, so you can't call Shikamaru Shika, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, he was like totally violating Shikamaru, calling him worthless and shit like that. Like, to the point Naruto even had to like say, like, Kawaki, like, chill the fuck out, bro. But at this point in the chapter, they're assuming that Amato is dead, and after Kawaki gets through fucking cussing out Shikamaru, essentially, somebody comes to the office to tell Shikamaru that Amato's on the phone. Amato wants to talk. Now, Amato's at a train station out in the hidden snow, and pretty much he's like telling Shikamaru that he's okay, that he'll be back in the village, and that Ada's with him, and Ada cut ties with Code. And so, like, you know, Shikamaru's using his big brain, and he's like, wait, what about the other guy? Code has another partner. You know, Shikamaru didn't know his name, and then Amato's just like, oh, Damon? Yeah, that's her little brother. He's coming with her. So Shikamaru's about to shit his bricks, shit bricks in his pants, because he's like, wait a second, like, who the fuck is Damon? And you don't have any authority to like bring this guy with you. And pretty much, like, you know, Amato says the same thing right back at him, like, hey, like, you don't have the authority to be offering people asylum in the Leaf Village either. Like, at this point in the game now, we're all like, everything that we're doing, Ada has to approve of it now. Like, if Ada doesn't approve, me and you are going bye-bye, pretty much, essentially. So, you know, Shikamaru's just like, alright, whatever, hurry up and get your ass back to the village type shit. And like I say, you guys gotta read the manga, because there's a certain panel where, like, Amato specifically states you don't want these siblings as your enemy, and the panel just looks very eerie, because they always do these panels where you see Amato from the side and you don't see his eyes, you just see his glasses, and the background's like super dark or whatever. So it's like, you know, one of those it's gonna be a flashback type panels type shit, you know what I'm saying? So after Amato gets off the phone with him, pretty much Ada, she's listening to the whole conversation, because they're like on the phone in front of her, and she's like, hey man, who you calling game pieces, bro? Like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, we'll smoke you right now. Like, I do not like you. Like, the fact that you made me have this ability to enchant human hearts, like, I don't like you, and I'm already irritated enough to kill you right now, but because I want to meet Kawaki, I'm not gonna do it type shit. And even Damon, he gets like one bar the whole freaking chapter. He's like, oh yeah, I'm the one that's gonna do all the killing type shit. Like, bro, Damon, bro, I ain't gonna lie, they setting Damon up to be like somebody cold. I ain't gonna cap. So we fast forward, and you know, Shikamaru pretty much tells everybody, hey, well, he sends out a call, send Naruto to the office, and bring Team 7, including Kawaki type shit. So Boruto's back at the house, getting dressed and shit, getting his drip together. He notices his karma on his neck and stuff like that. And you know, he's getting ready to put his shoes on and leave the house, and Hinata sees him, and she's like starting to cry and stuff. And, you know, Boruto's like, what's wrong, Mom? She's like, I'm sorry, like, I really want to see you off with a smile, but I just can't help but be worried about you. Like, you know, every time you get ready to leave, I feel like you won't come back home. And Boruto, you know, being Naruto's son, he gives her that reassuring smile and look that, don't worry, no matter what, I'll be home. He even drops the line that I've already died once before, but like, I'll make sure I'll come home no matter what. So after he leaves the door, after he leaves the house, opens the door, leaves the house. After he opens that door, it's almost like Momoshiki's sitting outside, but you know, you get to see the little clouds and stuff come across the screen again. So this would be something that Ada wouldn't notice or whatever. And pretty much Momoshiki's like, bro, who do you think you are telling your mama that you gonna come back home? Like, do you not realize, like, whatever's like your future that I told you that's gonna be dark and grim, it's gonna happen like real soon. And Boruto's not going for his like shit at all. Boruto's just like, hey man, chill out. Who are you? Why are you even still around? Like, you can't come back through my body. And pretty much Momoshiki tells him, like, I guess this is part of the prophecy, but it's like the moment when Boruto feels like he doesn't want to live and that he wants to like no longer be on this world, he's going to take over Boruto's body. So pretty much if Boruto's in a fight and Boruto's like about to die and he's like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, or if he loses his will to fight or whatever, Momoshiki's going to take over. How he's going to take over? Pretty much he says that he's going to take Boruto's body and he's going to be living out the life of Boruto Uzumaki instead of Boruto living out his own life. So Boruto is going to be in the back of his mind, in the back of his consciousness, and Momoshiki is going to be walking around here looking like young Lord Hokage's son. You know what I'm saying? So Boruto is just like, man, shut the fuck up. That's never going to happen. I'd rather die before I let you take over my body. And Momoshiki's just straight up like, bro, like, you're not going to die again. No one can have you. Which is a very telling line that, you know, him saying that no one can have you. Like, sadly, that's some toxic shit, you know, like toxic relationships. But it's like, who else is going to try to have Boruto? Who else is going to try to take Boruto? If him saying no one else can have you, who else is going to potentially try to take Boruto? Like I said, alright, let's finish the chapter though. I'm going to finish the chapter and we're going to keep talking. So pretty much after, like, you know, Momoshiki's like, you know, done talking to him and shit, Sarada and Mitsuki pull straight up on him because they're getting ready for the mission, and they're just like, oh, Boruto, you're actually early. Like, you're ready early. And Boruto just screams out, like, I control my own fate. Like, and so Sarada's just like, what the fuck? All we said was, like, you actually on time type shit. But as soon as they, like, you know, try to, like, get a little bit any closer to him, Boruto immediately just runs and jumps off towards the Hokage office. So I'm guessing with next chapter they're going to get their briefing on the mission. I don't think they're actually going to start the mission next chapter. You know, sadly, like, people like to complain about pacing, but in my whole total honest opinion, bro, we're getting the time skip either January or February. And the reason why I'm saying January or February, because the chapters always drop 19th or the 20th. So we can either get it in January, which is like, you know, the January chapter, or we can get it in February. And, you know, and that'd be lit too, because, you know, February is a short month. We get a time skip in February, and then it feels like March's chapter is in like 2 weeks type shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to the rest of the chapter, and this is when I say everything gets unpredictable, because I didn't know what Code was actually going to do, but Code seemingly takes Bug to the dimension where the Ten Tails is, and he starts talking and saying that pretty much, you know, he has to move the Ten Tails because Boruto and Kawaki can learn how to use time space at any time, or pretty soon or whatever. And that now that Sasuke can't travel anymore, you know, Sasuke won't be a threat, but it's Boruto and Kawaki he has to worry about. So pretty much he tells Bug that, you know, like, Bug's pretty much like, bro, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you just got beat by Damon. I tried to tell you not to wake him up, and all this stuff just happened to you, and you just seem so nonchalant. And Cole's just like, man, you know why? because everything is actually going okay. Like, it's not going bad, it's not going good, everything's actually going alright. So apparently with him getting his claw marks removed, he's able to make more claw marks than before, and he was able to put claw marks all over the Ten Tails and pretty much strangle the Ten Tails with the claw marks and make like they almost turned into like the spikes on his claw mark, and pretty much it was like Play-Doh. And that's what he said, it's almost like, since the Ten Tails is nothing but a massive chakra, he can literally just play with it like Play-Doh. And he made what looks like Zetsu-Gorgon Friezas. I don't even know what to call them, like Demi-Gorgon Zetsus, Demi-Zetsu, Zetsu-Gorgons. I don't know, like, I don't know what to call it. But sadly, in my whole honest opinion, these things really look like fucking Jigen, bro. But yeah, he makes these things, and Bug's just sitting there looking super freaking like amazed and like astonished and shit. And the reason why we say it looks like Frieza, one, the people, they all have tails, and then it looks like Mecha Frieza, like when Mecha Frieza had the freaking shit on his head that was supposed to be like the armor or whatever. Like, they have a claw marks like all over their body, where like it would look like it's part of their skin, like patchwork. Yeah, like freaking patchwork. They have patchwork claw marks onto them that is literally shown to us in the chapter. One of the monsters, one of the Zetsu-Gorgons, jumped through another one and was able to pop out the claw mark that Code and Bug originally came through. And the chapter ends with Code saying, "Smaller but more useful." Yes, that's the name of the chapter. Smaller and more useful. Now, what can we take from this chapter? First things first, bro. Whatever's finna happen with my dog Boruto, bro, this is finna be sad. This shit's finna be epic, and this shit's finna be crazy. Now, I do believe they are gonna go on a mission to try to get Amato. However, I think this is when Amato's plans are gonna get they're gonna get spoiled before they're revealed. There we go. They're gonna get spoiled before they're revealed, because somehow all these car people seem to know everything, even though they've never been around each other since like forever ago. How does Code know that Sasuke doesn't have his Rinnegan? That is a real fucking question, because I mean, unless it was an off-screen fucking no, because Ishiki wouldn't even known, because Sasuke still had his Rinnegan before Ishiki died, allegedly. Before Ishiki allegedly died. There we go. So I don't know how Code would know that Sasuke doesn't have his Rinnegan, unless when Sasuke went to go check out his hideout, somehow they were able to know that Sasuke was there and that he doesn't have the Rinnegan, or if Ada told him before. That could be it too. It could be that Ada told him, like when they were watching the Leaf Village and everything going on in the Leaf and shit, that she told him that, oh yeah, Sasuke doesn't have the Rinnegan anymore. So that could be something. But then two, Code. Everybody's talking about a great shinobi war. First things first, bro. Code's not a shinobi, so this won't be another great ninja war. But nah, yes, at this point in the game, Code has the potential to literally send all these Zetsu-Gorgons into the freaking every village simultaneously, or anywhere that he has a claw mark. He can send them there instantly, because he has claw marks there. They have claw marks on their bodies, like all of them have claw marks on different spots of their body, so they could just jump through each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have an instant claw mark, and as well, he can jump through the claw marks that are on them, I'm assuming, as well, because his limiters are removed. What's to stop him now from doing that and using that to his advantage? So yeah, Code just really, he just turned up for himself. I'm not even gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, I ain't want to be on his revenge path. I didn't know what he was doing. This man just pulled up with some freaking Zetsu-Gorgons, and I'm not trying to get into that. Nah, my thoughts on this theory, bro. Now, this could all totally change once the anime comes around. But like, people that read the manga, you know there are certain things that are like totally different in the anime and totally different in the manga. And sometimes we wait to see certain stuff get colored, and it doesn't get colored the same. Jigen in the manga was always drawn to be white, like pale, not like flesh color like how they made him in the anime. Jigen was always drawn as being pale, almost like he was wearing a mask, right? Now, when we get to the shot of these Zetsu-Gorgons, they almost resemble the same skin tone that Jigen originally had. Now, who's to say, and also looking at the thing that was on Jigen's chest, or his stomach plate, who's to say that Jigen himself was not a spawn of the Ten Tails? He did go back to the Ten Tails specifically to get more chakra. Why else would he need more Ten Tails chakra besides, you know, being a vessel of an Zetsuki, or actually being a spawn of said Ten Tails, being one piece of a Ten Tail? Nah, that is a far-fetched ass theory. As well, when we seen the original panel for Ishiki Otsutsuki or whatever, his horn was not going around his head. It was going almost across his head, across from the back. So it would be pointing to the front instead of his horn coming around the front. So with that being said, the Ishiki that we saw and we thought Kawaki stopped and Naruto and them stopped was not a real Ishiki Otsutsuki. Second thing to this theory is that when Sasuke first went to that dimension, that panel for Ishiki did not turn black until Jigen showed up. When Jigen showed up, it started like Sasuke touched it, and then Jigen showed up almost instantly after. And once he came through, it turned pitch black, stayed pitch black. Now, when I think it was when Code came back, they did not show the panel being pitch black again. So now that Code came back and they just traveled through his claw mark, they traveled through his claw mark that is on the panel, right? Yes, we have to go back, I think it's chapter 35, and you can actually see there's a little X on the Ishiki panel before it turns black. And Code crawled through that panel this episode, and it wasn't until after he walked away from that panel that it turned fully black. Ishiki Otsutsuki is still alive, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Ishiki Otsutsuki is still alive, and he's hiding inside of a motto. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've been saying this shit for almost a year now. But no, that was not the real fucking Ishiki Otsutsuki we just took down. This was nothing but a mere program, a mere hologram. This was a spawn from the Ten Tails. And I'll explain why Jigen was so strong. Essentially, and this is why Amato was able to make Kawaki's karma so strong, is because he tested it out on Jigen's body first. Jigen's body not being a real body, being a real human body, and that's why they didn't want to resurrect him into that body. The plans ended up speeding up because Kawaki ended up going out of the village. Why send Kashin Koji to go find the vessel when Jigen can just teleport to wherever the vessel is? You dig what I'm saying? That was the whole ideology and the belief behind it. And then as soon as, you know, like, bro, it's bananas, bro. Because Amato can't be trusted right now. We don't know why he gave Kawaki another karma. And to have all this Otsutsuki stuff, like, literally, Naruto and them, their first thought was to take out the Ten Tails. And he diverted their attention to Code. And in return, Code ended up popping through, showing face. And now he has taken the Ten Tails and turned the Ten Tails into a whole army. Like, this could be very grim for a lot of people because, like, yes, I do want to see Team 7 get some good fights, but bruh, I don't think this Ten Tails is the strongest one in the war. However, it's still a spawn of the Ten Tails. These things are going to be massively strong. Massively strong. Like, yeah, Mitsuki ain't got no problem killing nobody. But Sarada, however, I don't know. I don't know. Like, this could be a very dangerous situation. This could also be a situation where the monsters, having the monsters backfires on Code, because once they see Kawaki, bruh, it could be a repeat of everything that's been troubling Code this whole time. And now he gets these monsters, the Zetsu-Gorgons, and they freaking turn on him as soon as they see Kawaki, because they realize Kawaki is the vessel for the real Otsutsuki. There's also a theory that once these things pull up on Boruto, they might even pull up on Boruto and Kawaki and try to kidnap both of them. Or they might even try to eat them on some Attack on Titan shit. They might even try to eat them, bro, because essentially they're supposed to be getting fed to the Ten Tails anyway. And who's to stop them from just either A, just capturing them, or B, just like eat them alive? Once, like, as soon as they see them, like, oh snap, like, we found them, the Otsutsukis, now we can make the chakra fruit. Because if that's still supposed to be Code's plan to make the chakra fruit, he could just tell his dudes to, you know, hey, rampage these villages, and if you see the 2 Otsutsuki vessels, capture them or eat them alive. We'll make a chakra fruit right where you see them at, type shit. And that's when Boruto and them have a life or death battle, where in this case, you know, Kawaki or Boruto could practically be eaten alive, and Sarada and Mitsuki could just be killed being a casualty, because they are on teams and they are, like, you know, riding with Boruto and Kawaki. Like, somehow Ada has the Senrigan. She's gonna see what's going on, and somehow Amato's gonna try to make a beeline to get Kawaki. If not Amato trying to make a beeline, it's going to be Ada trying to make a beeline. Somehow they're going to have to make a way to get to Kawaki once this shit happens. Because at this point in the game, Amato and them have no other way to communicate with the Leaf until they get either A, near another phone, or, I don't know, we revealed that Amato had a secret microphone inside his lab so he could talk to everybody. Like, something like that. Like, because allegedly it's going to take them 3 to 4 days to get back to the village. These guys are about to embark on a mission, and Code just made all these monsters. Somehow Ada has to see this. She has to see this because she has the Senrigan. She's going to be the key in helping everybody stay ahead of Code. But if they get ambushed while they're on a village, or out on a mission out of the village, it's like, how are the heroes gonna get in contact with Ada? And that's how Ada's gonna get on the good side of Kawaki, because she's gonna be able to pinpoint when they're about to get attacked and make Code stand down from trying to kill him. You know what I mean? That could be it. I mean, everybody's predicting that Kawaki's gonna reject her, and I'm pretty sure he will. But I don't think he's gonna reject her until him and Naruto have that talk. Because Naruto is going to have to get some straightening with Kawaki, especially before they go on this mission. Because the way how Kawaki's talking now, if Mitsuki and Sarada fall in battle, he might kill them. Like, bro, y'all niggas worthless. Yeetah. Like, no, I'm not trying to always paint Kawaki out to be the villain, but at this point in the game, because of his emotions and his feelings, and he's been implanted with a karma that we know nothing about, Kawaki can't be trusted, man. Kawaki can't be trusted. I know a lot of people love Kawaki, they feel Kawaki, but I don't feel Kawaki at this point in the story, y'all. Kawaki might have to die. But first we gotta see what the fuck finna happen with Code and the Ten Tails. Because like I said, I predict that he's gonna send them all into every village simultaneously. But he's also going to give them a mission to make sure that they can kill Boruto as soon as they see him. Eat Boruto, eat Kawaki as soon as they see him. But that's all I have for this Boruto discussion video. Y'all like, subscribe. We'll be back with more. You dig? Thank you. Your boy Splendid Gamer. We out. And yes, Naruto did just do the Kamehameha, and now we're doing the Rasengan. Let's go.